Welcome to another edition of Great Health, Abundant Happiness, and Outrageous Love. You're downhill from me.
I am downhill from you. I feel so tiny.
So you wanted to talk about, do you really need to break up?
Right. Do you really need to break up? And I don't even like to use the word in a relationship. I always tell people, don't bring the B word, breakup, or the D word, divorce, into your relationship.
Or even into your conversations, which brings it into your relationship.
Exactly.
Right?
I mean, these are two words that should never be spoken in a relationship, ever, ever, ever. If you're in a committed relationship, you've made the commitment. Breaking up and divorcing is not a commitment.
So, well, it's not part of it. That's the end of the commitment.
It's the end of the commitment.
Right.
So that is something that Jeffrey and I decided early on when we first got together that we were never going to use that word. And we haven't. And I think what happens to people is that when you break that rule, one person says, well, maybe we should just break up. Well, the other person interprets that in his or her own way. And chances are it's going to be, wow, I think they want to break up. Now I don't feel quite as valued. This relationship doesn't have the importance to that other person that I thought it did. And I am very important and I deserve to have 100%. So if they're talking breaking up, then, that could be the end of a relationship.
You start to question things. Mm-hmm. Now, obviously before Karen and I got married, she had boyfriends, I had girlfriends, and obviously they all were breakups. Otherwise, we wouldn't be together. So people do break up. So
yes.
the video really is
Good
about
clarification.
Yeah. So the video is really about do you really need to break up? Because sometimes you do. You meet people along this journey, and you do find people, and you decide, well, this isn't my person I want to be with forever. You both decide that, and hopefully you both go away happy and you're friends. But the question is, do you really need to break up? And we had this discussion with somebody else the other day, and we were, they were looking for advice. So talking about what the issues were. And, I'm listening to the issues, and this happened to be a guy. Well, do you think you're putting gas on that fire? I asked. I mean, because it takes two. We tend to think,
it always takes two.
We tend to think this is our ego. Oh, somebody's doing something to me. Oh, this is happening to me. You have to ask yourself, why are they upset? Why is that accelerating?
Right.
And one of my learnings in this whole Zen journey has been I'm trying to listen to other people, listen to their point of view, and why do they think that way? Why are they saying this? I step back and listen, and you've taught me a lot of that. Karen still says I need to listen better, which I'm sure she's correct. But we all need to listen more.
And I think it's important to communicate to your partner if you need something. Like, for example, I do need better listening out of Jeffrey, and I communicate that to him on a daily basis. Yeah. But that's okay. I think repetition is just fine, and there are things that he needs from me that he repeats as well. No one is a mind reader, and this goes along with what we're talking about. When you even mention, breaking up or something that, where what you did, I don't, could you tell me? I don't know what I did wrong. Remember, people are not mind readers. And I know sometimes we get upset when people don't understand what it is that they've done wrong. But if we are committed to this relationship, it's not going to hurt you to let them know what it is that you're upset about.
Right.
And again, repetition here. Do not bring the B word or the D word into your committed relationships. They are taboo words, and they're very hurtful. So,
unless you really mean it, and you have to pull the ripcord, because that does happen.
Of course
it does. So don't use it just to test, just to fuel
Never
the fire.
Use it to test.
To agitate. It doesn't make sense. So I think the best thing is to listen, calm down, keep your emotions in check, because people get worked up. Again, this is an ego thing. When our egos get challenged, we challenge each other. Some people tend to, spark off and get really upset really fast. I mean, if you let that go, if two people do it, that's why things end quickly. Right?
Absolutely. And they could have gone on. And usually, I would say 90+% of the time, it's over something so unimportant.
Right.
And there are so many important things that come along in a relationship that you really need to bond together. So you definitely don't want to pull apart over the silly, ridiculous things. And we have some other videos. If this is you and you tend to be a person who tests the relationship by bringing up the B word, well, I want to see if he or she really cares about me.
Right.
Don't do that. And check out our videos on self-sabotage. I think we have a series of 3, whatever it is. Be sure to check those out, because those are mission critical to having a good relationship. And not bringing up the B word and the D word are mission critical to committing.
Right.
We'll do some more. We'll do forever.
Well, that's good. We'll do some more on this too. We got to get going because these bugs are starting to come out.
Bugs are getting us. Wishing you great health, abundant happiness, and outrageous love from the Colorado Trail.
Go ahead and click off and subscribe if you haven't. We'd love to have you on board. And put your comments down below if you've got questions or comments about what we just talked about.
Absolutely. We can't wait to answer them.
See ya.